All right, welcome, folks. Whoever is out there watching us live tonight, we're doing a live play Horde Wars. I think this is our fourth live session, or is it fifth?
One of the two.
Yeah, something around there. All right. Well, without further ado, we'll get DM Blackwall to start.
All right. Well, welcome to our ongoing game of Horde Wars. We'd like to do this a bit more regularly, but real life schedules slowed things down of late. So we'll see what the players are able to remember. We are down one player, so normally Tim would also be here with us with his character TikTok. I think most of you have your character name listed on your names.
I do not. I am remiss.
Mine's underneath in this. I'll fix it.
All right. So Joe's character is Durkon. Everyone else you should be able to read. Larry is playing Thogbar. Randy is playing Dominus, and Brian is playing Varbrek. All right.
Correct.
So let's see. Larry, you wanna remind us what you recall in the last session?
I would love to if I could only recall it.
I'll give you a general reminder. You guys have thus far.
Oh wait, we went into the dungeon, didn't we? Or into the cave?
You did.
And we ran into a basilisk. Was that last time or the time before?
Yep, you're talking about going into the mega dungeon. Yep.
Yes.
Mega dungeon. Yes, that rings a bell.
Yep. And we killed the one. Oh, I forget which king it was. We killed
Goblin King.
We killed the Goblin King. Was that last time or the time before? I don't. That's when
I believe that was last time. The time before, you guys did something nuts and decided to fight a dragon.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
I have noted down that my character is 12 hit points because we kind of dropped off after the middle of a battle or something like that.
Just at the end of it, I think, and you guys have the opportunity to decide what you'd like to do next, because you are partway into the caverns of Abaddon, and you can either back out to your base camp, or you can continue pushing down below.
Well,
up to you.
Like I said, my character is down to 12 out of 26 hit points. Considering there's three of you, I can stand behind you while you take the brunt of all combat. But that might not go well for us.
Am I actually there?
Yeah, you'd have been at the base camp, but yeah.
Okay.
I guess we could go back. We can use that as an excuse to go back to base camp. We snag Dominus and come back. It's some.
Wait a minute. TikTok disappeared.
Obviously, he's going to be guarding the base camp this time, which is fine. So you guys are going to want to roll. If you're going to rest in the camp, remember that won't directly give you hit points back, but it will give you uses of your abilities back. So if you want to rest at the base camp, that's fine. We do need to roll to see how the other denizens of this mega dungeon in the upper level, how they respond to your rather noisy presence.
Yeah, we were loud.
Yeah, yes. So, I suppose, Randy, you weren't there. Why don't you go ahead and roll D4 to see their reaction. On a 1 or a 2, they're going to ignore or stay away from you. On a 3, one of the creatures will be waiting in ambush, and on a 4, they'll come after you at your base camp.
3.
All right. Got that noted. Let's see what it is. Oh, fun. All right. So, other than that, things pass quietly at your base camp. You guys have taken care to secure a safe area. Randy, did you have healing available to give to Durkon?
Like I said, I missed last session, so if I'm at full strength, then yes. I don't recall having lost anything. So I can give Durkon either a healing potion. I guess I'll use magic since we're resting. So I will hit him with, do I need to use shout? Let's see. Healing touch. I'll do that. So that'll put him back up. No. Let me use shout. Shout gives him 10. That should put him back up, right?
Pretty close. I'll still be 4 down.
Well, then how about I give you a healing touch? That'll give you 20.
That'll be fine. Yes, thank you.
So I used healing touch.
All right. Once that's concluded, Brian and Larry, are your characters down to any health currently?
Negative. We are
We have a
orcs.
minute to rest. We're good.
Oh, yeah, orcs.
Yep. Unless something terrible happens to them and they gain some affliction.
Oh, you don't. The affliction keeps the orcs from using that ability?
No, just they would be operating with smaller dice for all of their actions.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
I see.
So that's a reason orcs will need to rest more frequently than hit points. All right. So the following morning.
Hey, Dia Blackwell, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I just want to say I think one of my favorite things about the system is how you've worked in those afflictions. I think that they are a good controller on activities because you can't just stay out forever. Because you're going to get afflicted eventually because you're going to run out of food at the very least.
Yep.
But I like that mechanic a lot.
Thank you. So that following morning, do you? Well, you're still in the process of trying to delve into this mega dungeon. So do you continue, or are you going to try and make your way back to town? You currently have ample supplies of food and water in your base camp.
I think one thing that we were considering going back to base camp for was the fact that we have collected quite a few coins and we need a place to store them. I don't know if we resolved that issue in last session, but my character cannot carry as much coins as I have on my character sheet. I mean, it's way over my limit. So we need to have oh no, maybe we did that before we set out.
Yeah.
We did that before we set out. We left most of the coin, but a few. That's right. Now that
I believe that Thogbar had secured a room and the active cooperation of a normally annoying tavern wench.
That's right. Yes.
We have a nice working relationship.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So, but to answer my question, are you guys going to continue down into there, or are you going to try and make it back to town?
I don't see any reason not to go in at this point.
I think we've got everything we need. I've got 1 healing potion.
I've got 2. So
That's good. My character has none.
let's go in for, maybe we should make today a short excursion. Let's not push too hard unless we just get really lucky.
Can we try to be a little stealthy? We have stealthy types. And one of our stealthy types can actually see in the dark fairly well, right? The orc?
Right.
So let's try to be a bit more stealthy and careful. It's something that we ran into talking about in a different game. It's not geared for the typical D&D, just run down and go down to through all the hallways and fight everything you can until you can't and then run out. It doesn't work well. I don't think this system works well like that. Neither does the one we were talking about, because you can, you just have consequences like massive frequent character deaths. So
Yeah. So it sounds like you guys want Thogbar to scout ahead. Is that correct?
yes,
Can
please,
do that.
if he's willing.
I can try anyways. We'll see how quiet I am.
I mean,
I'm pretty good at it too.
Back him
Well,
up.
actually, not Thogbar wasn't. I wasn't thinking Thogbar. Actually, sorry. You are an assassin. Okay,
he is
so
an assassin.
yes, so actually he would be good at it, and so Varbrak as well. Both of you are good. Should be fairly good at stealthing
So
or scouting.
So do the two of you want to scout? I mean, I will say that does, in a way, up the odds of you failing in the sense that if one of you fails, you're effectively getting noticed.
Yep. It does.
Okay,
mathematically
maybe
push
one
you.
of us, just one of us should go. Thogbar, do you want to go first?
Sure.
All right. Then I need to know the marching order for the rest of the party, as well as the distance to Thogbar. I assume probably 6 or 12 combat spaces ahead.
Yeah, whatever might be best for making it worthwhile for them to scout in the first
I'll
place.
be back 12 for sure.
I'll
be
go
right-
back. I'll
I'm
go
not-
back 6. I'll trail him by 6.
Okay. And then Joe?
I'll be right near Dominus because I'll hide behind him. He can get the first hit, it's going to knock him down, and then we'll go from there.
If
Of course.
Thogbar, if you see something up ahead, you stop, and we'll all stop, and we won't keep walking and trigger an encounter until we're ready.
Now do Dominus and Durkan have some form of light source?
We're going to have to use a torch. Let me see. No, I have my enchanted war fan. Don't those? I know. I thought one of us had, at least one of us. I thought my character may have had a magic weapon that had some light come off of it.
I think one of you might have a piece of glow, like a different artifact, or a piece of like glowing jewelry or something.
I've got something.
I have a silver war axe of fire, but
And
I'm
I
not.
have
but I'm-
lightning bracers.
The lightning bracers glow. Yes.
That's right. I knew it was something.
All right.
I'm not
glow.
pulling mine out yet because I don't want the light to shine while I'm trying to hide.
Right. Right. So the 2 orcs can see in the dark, but the elf and the human are going to need another option. And I think the lightning bracers are a really good choice. Let me quick double check. I'm like 90% sure.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
before we go deep underground, how much money do we have, and can I get some of it? I may need to go back to town. I don't have very much since the dragon thing. I didn't equip. I bought a potion, but I don't have any other stuff.
Did we?
I have a brigandine. I have weapons and armor,
Mhm.
but I don't have any gear. Like
Why don't
that's
we?
right.
why
You
don't we-
didn't
torches
resupply.
and things like that.
You didn't resupply. I thought we had a share left over for him.
Did you?
Didn't we?
You do. Did you guys give it to him?
Barbara
What?
had it.
What
So-
was it?
Varbrak, you had the share for Dominus from the last adventure.
Or
That's
just-
when he was trying to send me on Gilded. I never did find. I don't know what I was doing.
I don't recall, but it may or may not be true.
It was. I forget exactly what it was, but it was. I recall it was pretty
Well,
cool.
if it's posted in the streaming chat, it should still be there.
Yeah, it should
Yeah.
be.
Let's see if I can
Should be in there.
Scroll back a bit, but
When
well,
was
I'm
the last time
scrolling.
that we played?
So, Randy, if you want, during the time when your character was away,
Yeah.
you could have pretty easily gotten some basic supplies.
Okay. I'll just go back to most of my basic. I have some of it. I'll just pick a few things. I won't take a full equipment of stuff. I'll just do that. That'll be easier.
Yeah. And the money that they had gotten from their last adventure should be more than enough to cover it.
Okay.
And if you want to look it up either now or afterwards, you'll be able to see it towards the end of the last stream in the chat.
Okay.
They posted it.
Yeah, I don't see it here in the Gilded chat.
No, in the actual stream.
In the stream chat. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, so with that, I've got your marching order. Larry, go ahead and roll your stealth.
I did. It was a 14.
Excellent. So you are very quiet as you slip ahead. Let me think. So, and I should ask, are you heading through the main entrance, or are you trying to find one of those vertical shafts further up the hill that go down into the limestone caverns?
I would think we would take the main entrance since that's the level that we killed the Goblin King, right? I would
Yes.
think it would be best to go back into that one and work our way from there.
Absolutely. So as you go, also go ahead and roll an engineer check or an engineering check.
All right. Now that would be a 3.
Excellent. You have no idea where you are. Let's see. I mean, relative to the rest of the cave, you have some idea of which way to go back to get out, but you're not sure how deep you are or where you need to go to get further into the dungeon. Brian, could you also roll an engineering check?
I got an 11 for engineering.
Cool. You are pretty confident that Thogbar is taking the most efficient route down deeper and deeper into the caverns, and you're not sure if he's doing it on purpose. Because he keeps taking the ones with the steepest angles down whenever there's a branching path.
If only he were a dwarf, he wouldn't do that. Right, Larry?
I think to myself, right on, Thogbar, we're going to find something really big now.
We're going
Right,
real fast.
So Thogbar, once you get through past the area you guys had previously cleared, go ahead and roll a d20, and we're going to be finding out what is in that cavern.
I rolled a 20.
Free treasure. Awesome.
We don't even have to fight for it.
Rolled a 20. Of course you did. All right. So for the
I
people
don't like
who
the way
watched-
you're laughing right now, by the way.
So for the people who have been watching this stream, the odds of him doing that back to back from last session are 1 in 400. And yet, so not only was I having the remaining boss monster in the first level waiting in ambush for you, you headed straight to his lair.
Yes.
The Omega door. It's the Omega door.
Mm-hmm.
So on the bright side, I believe you beat his DC, so he doesn't hear you. Let's see if Brian does.
If Brian hears me,
Let's see if Brian's noisy enough that he hears that character, Varbrak.
Does a 13 stealth mean that I'm noisy enough for them to hear me?
No, you're quiet. So you don't give away Thogbar, by kicking anything or falling over or what have you. So Thogbar, you are entitled to a reflexes check. You're quiet enough. The enemy doesn't know you're there. You're walking into this big cavern. It's got vaulted ceilings. There are at least 2 other ways out of here that you can see.
reflex 11.
Cool. As you move forward, you suddenly fall through an illusion on the ground that you thought was the floor of the cavern, and it wasn't. It was an illusory wall turned sideways, and you caught yourself on the edge of a pit trap.
Ooh.
So your upper body appears to be like phased through the floor,
Nice.
and your lower body, you can't even see it when you look down.
How's it going up there?
I kind of look back towards Varbrak and see if I can see him.
Absolutely. So go
And
ahead.
I put my hand up very slowly. So,
Yep.
like,
So roll a d4, because this is an irregular limestone cavern with some flowstone in it as well. And so on a 1 or a 2, the cavern is too high in that area, like you basically vanished from his point of view. On a 3, he can see you directly. On a 4, yeah. On a 4, not only can he see you directly, he, what's the word I'm looking for here? Understands what has happened.
I rolled a 4.
Yep. So Varbrak, you see that he has fallen partway into a pit trap.
Understood. Then in that case, I will use stealth to make my way over to him using my shadow-bound cloak.
Absolutely. Now let me make sure I get this. So this. I'm just quick drawing in a reference map so I make sure I describe this accurately. Okay. So there's the pit trap number 1. So as you move forward, Larry, would you like to try to pull yourself out, or are you going to wait for your friend?
If I see him approaching, I'm going to try to pull myself out, but I'm just going to kind of go like, give me 1 second to try to myself.
Sure. Roll an athletics check.
9 total.
You are not successful.
Okay.
But you did not fail by so much that you like fall in the pit or anything.
Change your mind.
Now, when Varbrak catches up with him, are the other two maintaining a distance still 12 back? Or are Dominus and Durkon continuing forwards? You're only 6 spaces away from them.
So would we have noticed Varbrak moving up toward him?
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna put my hand on Durkon. I don't know if he's in front of me or behind me, and we may wait a second and just like maybe, we'll stay at 12.
Okay.
Were my friends able to see me while I was in the shadow?
I mean, not once you donned your cloak, but prior to that. Because you mentioned using the cloak now to go.
Yeah.
So we lost track of him. We'll wait. I'll give it a count of. I'm gonna take a count of like 20, and then slow count 1, 2, and then I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Brian, would you like to help Larry's character out of the pit?
Yeah, I'm gonna crawl towards him, and I'm gonna reach one of my free hands over and try to grab his hand and help pull him out.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
5.
Okay. And Larry?
10.
Okay. You managed to pull to help to assist him to get out of the pit trap. So the two of you are now prone next to the pit trap and are entitled to an intuition or an investigate check. Your choice.
Investigate 4.
3.
Excellent. You feel, relatively speaking, perfectly safe.
I motion to Thogbar to head back the opposite way we came, towards our friends.
Do you take off your cloak so he can see you?
No, but I grab him and I whisper in his ear, "Go back. Go back."
Okay. Thogbar, do you do so?
Yes, I recognize his voice. And then he
Excellent.
scared the complete crap out of me. I'm guessing when he reached for my hand, I would have felt it, and he would have had to put his hand outside of the cloak for me to recognize. So,
I spoke in Orcish,
ooh, okay, that was
so you knew it was me.
Now-
Okay, so I posted something in private chat. I'm sorry, for Randy's sake with the split. I couldn't find anything, but that was written on my sheet, so I'm thinking that's close. And we have a silver. We obtained a silver mercurial pike. I'm not sure who ended up with that. Was that TikTok?
TikTok.
Okay.
That all looks right to me.
So, the general shape of this chamber that you're looking at now, Brian, is an irregularly shaped oval, and you are on one of the short ends. You with me so far?
Yes.
Okay. In the center of the chamber, in the bottom, at the top of the bottom third, the third closest to you, are 2 large stone columns, and beyond them, just up toward on your side of the top third of the oval, is 1 more column. So they essentially form a triangle shape. between them. Does that make sense?
3 columns.
2 close to you, 1 far from you in the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then you can see at least 2 exits at ground level that you're in currently, one leading off to your right and one off to your left, near the center of this big oval cavern.
How far into the room did I get before I fell into that trap?
About 5 feet.
Okay.
The trap was directly in the entrance.
This is the room that the trap was in.
Yeah.
So we're heading back to meet up with them before they run into, so that they run into us a little faster.
Hogbar is. Are you?
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
Okay. So the 2 of you get back to them. Dominus and Durkan do spot Thogbar approaching with an ominously big shadow.
Okay.
Shadow against shadow.
I'll pull my great mace up. Everything's
And we're gonna
okay.
speak in whispers when we talk. They're gonna
Sure.
say,
Yeah.
There's a trap.
this guy fell in a trap up ahead. He didn't even see it coming.
And when I looked down, it looked like my whole lower half was just gone.
Like some kind of magic or
It's
something.
like a floor, but it was still. It's like I fell through a floor, but
It wasn't really there.
Oh, like an illusion, maybe.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. You got stuck there.
I had to have Varbrak help to pull me up. I couldn't get my feet anywhere to a good hold.
Did you stick your head down in there to see what was on the other side of the illusion?
I wasn't going to look.
Have you guys been this way before?
No.
No.
So we don't know what this is.
Nope. But it's a magic trap. I'm definitely interested in checking it out. Would my character need a dispel of some kind to get rid of it, or is there some other method that he can use?
Yeah, there are other ways that can get rid of it. A dispel magic would do it, but you can also attempt to disable a trap, typically by making a skill check against its difficulty.
I know how to do that.
So
We have to figure out where we can do that at. Somewhere that there's got to be somewhere where that trap gets triggered, essentially.
We've done this before. We've had traps we've had to get rid of.
Yes.
That one with the columns that was shooting
Yeah.
fireballs. And you guys, I think Varbrak was primarily the one doing that because my character does not have any engineering or whatever would be the typical skill. I would have to use an off skill if allowed. So,
yeah. Now, two details that Varbrak and Thogbar would have gleaned. Thogbar would know that the lower half of his body was a lot warmer than the upper half when he was dangling in the pit trap.
Oh,
It was cold down there. I shriveled right up.
It was warm at the lower half of your body. The upper half was cold.
Oh, the lower half was warm. Okay.
well, there's
Yeah.
flame or something below there. Maybe a fire.
And the other detail that both Varbrak and Thogbar would have picked up, but did not find suspicious because there are some naturally glowing stones and such in caverns like this, is that there is a violet glow near the main entryway to this cavern, coming from above somewhere.
violence.
I also explained to them the general dimensions of the cavern that I saw and the 3 columns that are in the triangle arrangement.
Is there any kind of
Exits going out the sides from where we were positioned.
at
Yep.
his description? Do I sense it could be, or do I think it could be something related to a dark religion? The 3 columns in particular, something that would be like a temple, underground temple to some wicked cult or anything?
Oh, roll a faith check.
Faith.
You mean like a particular type of architecture?
Yeah. Okay.
3 columns in a triangle.
Just to make sure I'm doing this right, it's been a while. D12 plus your skill modifier, right?
Correct.
Oh, 13.
Okay. You believe that there is a dark temple somewhere in this ruin,
Mhm.
but you believe it's much deeper below
Oh, okay.
in the dungeon. However, with your knowledge of faith, you do know that what that violet glow typically signifies,
Yeah.
which is either a teleportation trap or a spell that can get past displacement.
Displacement what?
Or a spell that can get past displacement or absorption.
Or absorption.
So, for example, a Dark Crusader has an ability he can use to make his weapons glow purple
Oh.
that lets him basically cut through those kinds of protections.
Oh, okay. I'll let the group know that that this could be a magical effect that's gonna will mess with any of our defenses with displacement and stuff.
Yep.
So,
That or teleportation.
or teleportation. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can find a small piece of perhaps stone or something crumbled off the ceiling or whatever. It's not. Is it somewhat rough here, or is it all pretty well defined as far as the walls?
It's smooth because it's from erosion, but it would be very easy if you've got a blunt instrument to break off a stalactite or a stalagmite.
Okay, that would be noisy though.
Durkon, are you talking about how you're going to handle the trap?
Yeah, I was thinking about tying something on the end of a rope and just tossing it in first and seeing what happens. If it's since he mentioned teleportation,
Oh,
if it is a teleport trap,
yeah,
or a gate or something hidden by a illusion, then we might know. Or if it's just a bunch of fire down there, we'll find out.
The glow came from the ceiling, though, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
So I look at Dominus as you're saying that. I'm like, would a teleportation that's up above show down below? I mean, would it be possible to have the floor as a teleportation when it's
But you walked under it, though, right?
Yeah, I guess, but this protects against teleportation, right?
No.
No.
Teleportation trap.
Could be a teleportation.
Oh, could be a yeah, I mean, I guess it's possible. It could be that it's like it's centered there and will teleport you somewhere else. But I don't know why I think there was an illusion. You were thinking your body was somewhere, but it wasn't. I'm wondering. This may be a long shot. I'm not a delver here, but you said there were 2 exits from the room, right?
Other than the one that you were entering from.
Correct. I just looked at Varbrak and Thogbar and said, do you think there's even a remote chance we could veer to one of those directions and come in that way? Or is that just taking a random shot in the dark?
That would be fairly random.
Okay.
Because those passages might lead off in a completely different, unconnected direction from where we're at.
Where the entrance is, where Thogbar went, I don't know, you may not have a chance to tell, but are the 2 others to either side close by, or are they further away?
They're halfway up across the chamber.
Oh yeah, that's probably not a good move then.
Did they notice the purple light kind of above and ahead, or did they actually walk underneath it?
It was above and slightly ahead of where the pit trap was.
Okay, so they hadn't quite made it directly underneath it. Gotcha. Okay.
The glowing light.
So if you notice the pit trap and you jump over it to get around it, you just jump right into the purple light.
Yep, you would.
And does the pit cover the entrance in a way that there's no way to skirt it?
I got about 5 foot into the room, so at least at the edges of it is 5 foot from the entrance. But I don't know if it goes from wall to wall or if it's just where it actually goes on the sides.
So it would be good to find these things out, because if we know it's there, we might be able to skirt around it and not get into the purple light at the same time. So probably just need to go back and figure this stuff out before we try anything else.
So would one of you like to attempt that, or would you like your party to attempt it?
To go skirt it? Well, first I'm going to.
I think we should all move up if we're going to do that.
Well, he was able. His
Yeah.
whole legs were able to go into the illusion without burning up. It's just a little warm.
But he fell at some point.
Right.
Right.
So you have to. You can kind of feel with the
Caught
stick.
himself on the edge.
Hmm?
We could tie a rope around him and let him try to skirt it.
Right.
Let's all move together to the pit, to the front of the pit, and get the whole party up there before we start any of this. That way, in case combat starts, we're not too far back from each other.
And let's move
Okay.
real slowly.
Now
We'll move very slowly.
that does mean that the lightning bracers, remember, create a blue glow to adjacent combat spaces.
Yes.
You guys will have a blue glowing light with
Mm.
you in, I believe it's Durkan's wearing them.
Yes.
So in Durkan's space and each space next to him. So if, for example, Brian, you wish to be invisible, you will need to be not next to him.
Okay.
A little bit ahead.
But
or
the
behind.
thing that I'm thinking about here is, to our benefit, we have a pit between us and the enemies. So if we're on this side of the pit and we haven't entered the room yet, we can sit there on that side of the pit, figure out how we're going to get over it. And if something does attack us, at least we have that natural barrier between us and our attacker.
Hopefully. Unless whatever's attacking us knows a way to essentially shut it off.
Right. So how about we get up to the edge, or how about I and perhaps Dominus do the same thing, stand back a bit, so that perhaps that the glow doesn't quite reach to the room, and then either or both, Barbrak and Thogbar, carefully make it up to the edge of the pit, and then figure out what the near dimensions are. You know, where it starts and
Sure.
where the corners are at, and how they relate to the entrance, and if there is any gap.
Do you guys have any poles or staves or anything like that?
I have a rope for my climbing kit.
Sure, that'll help. But I was asking because it would affect how far you can reach around yourself without physically entering a new space to follow the edge of the pit trap.
But you may not have a pole, but you have a sword. You may have
Yeah.
a hafted weapon. I'm not sure all the weapons that you have, but you at least have some.
My lunge maneuver will let me hit a target that is an extra combat space away. So I
Yeah,
can
do you
possibly
have
tap.
a Y-hander?
No, I have a one-hander.
Okay.
Is why it means two.
It does.
Einhander.
Yeah. So it sounds like you guys will have to act. So you two will search the area. Go ahead and roll your investigate checks.
Whopping 3.
4.
So
Fire!
you're having real trouble figuring out the edges of the pit trap on the right and left. Facing you, real easy, because it's obvious when you would fall. Just if you're prone and reaching forward, when there's no floor there, that's the edge. But from what you can tell, it goes all the way across the chamber in front of you, and you're not sure how deep because you don't really have the ability to reach that far.
Tie a rope around my waist.
And to be clear, you don't know how deep it is or how far across it is. You do know how wide it is. Like this way. You don't know how far that way.
It's at least
You know
as
the
big
dimension
around as
right and
Thogbar.
Yeah.
It's at least as big around as our Viking. So
So what do you do?
So I whisper in Orcish to Barbrak, if you're tying a rope around your waist, hand me the end of it and I'll hold it, and I can tie the rope around my waist, and one of us can just stick our head underneath there and see what we can see.
Well, I was thinking, what if we try bolting something, hammering something to the ceiling, and using the ceiling with rope to get across instead of trying to use the floor.
Noisy, very noisy.
Hey
It's going to be
guys,
very loud.
I try to get their attention. Hey guys. I'll step forward a little bit. I'm trying to be quiet, but that's not my strength.
You two are suddenly, his shadow lies upon you, as Joe is currently a light source.
Oh,
So you see him gesturing at you.
yeah. Come
So
back here.
I move back.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
This is kind of crazy, but I could fly straight across with a rope.
I hand him an end of the rope, and
Well, the problem is you don't know how far that pit goes. It may be the entire room.
Well,
I tie
Be
the
careful
one
when
end
you
on my
land.
waist.
Yep.
I tie one end on my waist. I give him the other end of the rope.
Remember,
fly
there's
with.
a purple potentially a teleportation trap
I know.
on the other side of the pit.
Also, I could, we don't want to announce our coming. I could try to do a sunburst to get rid of the darkness.
That would definitely be an announcement. That's for sure.
All right.
So
Randy
and I are going to tie off together.
I'm going to light a torch. I won't be able
right.
to see if I don't have one.
So torch in one hand. What's in your other hand?
I'll tie off. The other one is, it's just going to be nothing. I'm going to leave my mace on my back. I'm not going to have it out. I'm going to be ready to fly and react whatever I can do, maybe with the spell. But
I'm going to put my bronze and my silver rings on.
Yep.
And I go running, and I don't run. I'm going to get close and I'm going to run a little bit, about 4 or 5 steps, and jump with the thing and activate the Valkyrie power to fly.
All right. Will you be going directly across? Will you be trying to skirt around to the right or skirt around to the left?
I'm going directly across.
Absolutely.
One way. Light of death. Oh,
Durkon, watch
no.
this.
So
We talked about skirting earlier.
you did, but that's not what happened.
That's not what happened.
So 2 things occur very quickly.
Yes.
The first is that Dominus appears to vanish. The second is that Varbrak is pulled rapidly towards the ceiling. Roll a fitness check.
Oh, we need to jump on Varbrak.
Oh, I rolled a 14 fitness check.
You managed to catch yourself before being pulled through solid rock in a way that would be very bad for you.
Oh my.
Oh, that's like those stories of people getting caught in machinery.
Yep. So you accidentally went across the pit trap as you were yanked up into the ceiling where he vanished. And you are you've got about 1 combat space of rope between you and the ceiling where you caught yourself, and it appears to be firmly embedded in the rock.
Oh.
What the heck?
Because you were teleported and perhaps the rope came.
Did I get teleported into rock? Shoot, I'm dead.
Well, the rope did. You, however, appear in a vertical shaft made of rock. It appears to be rock on every side of you with your torch, and you fall, or you would fall, except that you're flying, up to 10 spaces worth of rope. You've got some slack. That much came through, and the rope appears to end embedded in the wall behind you.
I look back. What? I give it a little tug. Just a little tug. Does it move?
It's in the rock. There's no give.
Oh.
You have made the rope in the stone.
Okay. So I will fly down whatever length of rope I have. I'll fly down first with my torch out, see what I can see.
Sure. Go ahead and roll an investigate check.
Okay. That is not my thing, but what the heck? Do I use any modifier if I don't have a skill?
Are you using any tools or any method I should know about?
No, I'm just looking around. I'm not particularly adroit at this.
Okay.
I got a 9 though.
Okay. So as you float down, you notice that there is a small ledge that appears to just end in a blank stone wall, which is kind of odd. And then below that ledge is more vertical shaft ending in a spiked pit trap with several corpses in it, in various states of decay.
Yucky McYuckness.
This is a really cool trap.
Okay.
Jump over the pit, get sucked into a tomb, essentially.
Yeah.
Yay.
I go over to the little landing there, or where there's an entrance, and I try to stay as far back as I can and just hold my torch toward the opening. I don't want something maybe a little bit above.
You don't see an opening. You just see this ledge.
A ledge.
Yeah.
How wide is it?
Only about 2 feet.
Okay. I'll step on it.
Sure. You can stand on it easily.
Odd. Okay. Then I will fly up. No, you know what I'll do? I'm going to fly down. Will the rope actually reach the bottom or not?
It will not.
I untie the rope and fly down to the bottom, not being careful not to hit the spikes. If I can, I will step down into the trap if it doesn't look anything weird. I'll be upside down with my torch.
Absolutely. You see the rotted remains of a human crusader, an elven priest, and what appear to be 2 halflings.
Anything else in the pit besides the spikes?
Well, yeah, they're rotted and largely destroyed gear. Though there is a slight chance you might find something useful like a dagger that's still intact.
I'll do a quick scan. If I don't see it quickly, I'm not hanging around.
Sure.
Can I kick the spikes over, like 2 or 3 of them real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Try to make the space if I can. And then
You found a torch and a silver dagger.
I will snatch them both up, and then I will fly up vertically, grab the rope on the way up, and see how far up high I can go.
When you go up, you find the top of the shaft, and the rope is just embedded in it.
Oh, there's no means of
appear
egress.
to be a way out at all.
Okay. Well.
Meanwhile, Brian, your character is dangling from the ceiling in the large chamber, only about 1 combat space below the top. Above you, you see the glowing purple rune of a teleportation trap that your ally got sucked into.
I have no choice but to go up.
I mean, you could cut the rope, but
No, there's something warm below.
oh no, you got pulled across and up. So below you, you don't know if there's pit trap below you. It could be solid. You're not sure, but yeah, it could be terrible burning as well.
So he got yanked out of the passage we were in and into the chamber. Above the floor. And okay, well, Thogbar.
I'm going in, hoping that he still has his rope on.
Left or right?
I'm following
Randy. You're muted.
You're going
Randy,
into the light.
You muted yourself.
Following Randy.
Did I grab the rope, or did I just get stuff and that was it?
Yeah, you went back up and grabbed the rope.
Okay, I have the rope then in my hands. Yeah.
It's not like it's still stuck in the wall.
Sure.
But yeah. All right. So while this is going on, Joe, what does Durkon do?
Durkon is wondering what Varbrak is wondering going on about following Dominus. But
did you see he went through the ceiling? I point up. I'm upside down. I'm pointing. I'd be pointing below, towards my feet, but I'm upside down, hanging. Yeah. I'm like pointing up. Yeah.
Yep.
So the glowing rune zipped him away, and apparently he's either embedded into solid stone, which is, and we'll have a short ceremony for Mr. Dominus later, or wherever he's at, we might be able to find a way to get there from here.
How many combat spaces am I away from the place where I came from?
10.
So I'm not going to be able to just swing the
No,
rope.
you've only got one combat space of rope between you and the rune.
Yeah, I won't get that much momentum.
At this point in time, I just kind of say out loud, Larbrak, drop something straight down and see if it's solid.
Like a coin or
Varbrak
something.
says, okay. He pulls out his copper coin, one of them, and drops it.
Yeah, it lands with a tinging noise. Roll for turn order. The ground under you is solid.
Roll for turn order. All right. We're all rolling a d12 plus our reflex.
Should I roll as well?
Correct. Yes, you should.
12 for Varbrak.
9.
8.
9.
Okay. Enemy had 10. No, sorry. Enemy had 7, which means Brian is top of initiative. He had a 12, and then we're going around from there. Brian, was Varbrak due?
Varbrak looks around the room. Does he see anything out of the ordinary at this point while he's hanging here?
Yeah, you see a, we'll call it for legal reasons, an eye monster with some tentacles. For descriptive purposes, the name for the game is a greater aberration, floating down from a recess in the ceiling in the middle of that triangle of pillars, floating down and then turning towards you and beginning to float in the air towards your current position, dangling from the ceiling somewhat helplessly.
All right. So
It
if
is-
the
It is
coin
currently 12 spaces away from you.
if the coin has hit the ground
It has.
below me, I could just cut this rope and jump down.
Yes.
I do that.
Okay.
Flame on.
Roll an athletics check to try to land on your feet.
Superhero landing. Superhero landing.
12 total.
All right.
Oh.
You succeed, only taking, 6 blunt.
How far in is he in the room on solid ground?
He is 4 combat spaces into the room,
Okay,
and that is solid ground.
and then like one step ahead, one space ahead is right underneath the purple teleportation trap. Am I getting the gist of where he's at in relationship to that?
Yep.
Okay.
So, Joe, what do you do?
I'm gonna. Well, does my character see the the
Greater aberration? Yes.
Okay. Is it glowing or something?
He is, and he is for you. That would be 18 combat spaces away.
And what is that in relationship to the short bow's range increments?
He is outside of its range currently. If you were to move forward 6 spaces, you'd be in range.
Okay. And 6 spaces is a little bit farther in.
And would put you in a pit trap, yes.
Yes.
On the way.
Right. So, but
You can try to jump it if you want.
Sure, and land like right next to Varbrak in a safe area.
Mhm.
And that might as well try it.
Sure. Roll in athletics.
All righty. Here's to not having any skill in athletics. He does have good reflexes, though.
Yep.
11.
Cool. You jump at least 2 combat spaces forward and up about 1, and you manage to make it not quite to Varbrak, but you still landed safely on the far side of the pit.
All right.
Good deal. All right. Does that count as my movement?
You still have a maneuver.
Yeah, when you finish your movement, You'd have used your action for the jump, and
Okay.
and when you finish your movement, you'll get to Varbrak, but your maneuver is available. He's correct.
Okay, and since my maneuver is, I can use flashing blade. I can make an attack.
That's if you've already attacked, but you might want to keep the ability to block available. If you're a blade master. Oh no, you're an assassin, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was thinking of the wrong ability. Yeah, you can totally attack.
Yeah. So, and I'm going to use it to shoot with the bow.
Absolutely. So short bow. Is it any special material?
It is a silver short bow.
Okay, so we're talking 3 dice of damage against this target.
Yes, because it is an assassin's weapon. So I have to roll to hit first, though. Seven.
That will miss.
Okay.
You're aiming for an 8.
All righty.
All right, Larry. The
I
others are across the trap or missing.
I just saw Durkhan run and jump, so I'm going to do the same.
Absolutely.
And I rolled a 10.
You are successful, managing to clear the pit trap, and you're able to get up to Dominus, or not to Dominus, to Varbrak and Durkhan.
And then I grab my silver short bow because I also have flashing blade.
Mm-hmm.
And I roll worse than that, so I missed.
Okay. The enemy goes. Check
Here
the
it comes.
Check the range on his abilities.
Way too long.
Yeah, he is going to move forward. What's his speed? 6 spaces, so you guys will be within close range of him. He's still about 4 spaces above the ground as well. He will then do a chromatic blast, choosing. I'll just roll for it, what he'll pick, because he doesn't know you. He doesn't know what you have protection from. 1 to 2, 3 to 4. Let's see. So it is a cold attack. His total to hit is a 9. If he misses, he does half damage. And that's against all 3 of you.
Not a miss.
Larry, does that hit or miss you?
Oh, that hits.
That hits me.
And Brian,
I'm hit.
missed you? Brian?
It hit me.
Hit you? Okay. That is...
That sounded like a lot of dice.
Yeah.
It was. That is a total of 24 cold.
Woof.
Oh,
Are any of you still up?
I'm
Yeah.
still up.
Barely.
wow. You guys have more than 24 hit points? Dang, I'm jealous.
He then, seeing that you've survived, attempts to seize control of Varbrak's mind.
I was hoping he'd do that to me, and I could say, "Screw you! I'm immune."
He probably will next round. Varbrak is entitled to a willpower check against compulsion.
All right. 4.
All right. Having failed, you are blindly loyal to this monster for the next minute to the exclusion of all other loyalties. This does not mean you will act in a suicidal manner. And the aberration tells you to kill the other orc.
Well,
That is the end of its turn. Dominus, you heard the explosion of ice and a couple
Upwards?
snaps of bowstrings through the wall.
There's a wall. With the wall where like the rope was coming from.
The wall by that ledge.
Oh, well, I'll go over there, stand on the ledge, and I'll take a look, see if I can find any kind of a secret door, hidden lever, anything like that.
Sure. As you go ahead and roll and investigate.
3.
As you look around, you see nothing of the sort. However, when you feel around, your arm goes through the wall.
Illusion. I go through.
Okay. When you go through, you find yourself entering the chamber, the same big oval-shaped chamber. From the relative to the rest of your party, their left and ahead, you are basically entering at the same spot in the room as the 2 pillars are.
Right.
But from the side, behind this illusory wall. And so when you walk in, or when you fly through that, you are within 6. No, you're within 12 spaces from the edge of that wall to the greater aberration.
Can I get to the pill? How close am I to the pillar? One of the pillars. The nearest
6
one.
To the nearest one.
6? Can I continue my move to that now or not?
Yeah.
I go to hide behind the pillar and peek around. I want to see if I can sneak up on this dude.
Taking cover. Got it.
Yes.
Okay. It would be Brian's turn. It looks like he is otherwise engaged. Or not.
Disengaged.
So I'll try to attack Thogbar.
Yep.
I walk up and try to punch Thogbar with my ring. Does a 4 hit?
No.
Oh,
Swing and
something I
miss.
should ask before you continue. Larry, you had a maneuver that you had used last round, so you couldn't do it then. Do you want to get angry right now?
Yes.
Okay. Continue, Brian.
Does a 9 hit with the bronze, the bronze signet ring?
Yes.
Six bullet damage. Do you have protection?
Yes. I still drop. I only had one left.
Oh, you have one left.
Yeah. Even with the reduction.
No. So 6, 3, minus 2, it'd be 1.
Yeah.
All right. You lay him out on the ground.
I took care of him, boss.
He goes, good. Kill the elf next. And Joe, you are muted, but it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to have to try my best to get away from Varbrak's mind is controlled.
Varbrak's also extremely wounded. Just like Larry was.
That's true.
Well, unfortunately, I can't attack you and the other dude in the same. No, actually, I can't because I can cast haste.
Yeah.
So I can haste myself and then get an immediate action.
Yep.
And that, since that is a maneuver, I can't also do with the flashing blade. That's only on the first round. But I can do this. See if it works. I'm going to just turning the glow off my bracers count as some sort of action.
They glow all the time, so what you would do is put them away.
Okay, so then
like in your bag or whatever, but you might not want to do that against this creature.
Well, the reason I'm saying that is because I was wanting to use my Shadow Stalker ability, and it's kind of hard to do that with glowy arms.
Got it. That makes sense. Yeah. If you want to put them away and go, but Shadow Stalker is itself a maneuver. You still get the bonus if you want to use your action to hide. But
yeah. All right. So I'll just do this. I'll cast haste on myself. Let me roll for the rounds of actions after this one. 2 extra after this one.
Sweet.
I will then, let's see. I don't remember the range of fireball. Is that
Medium. You're well within range.
all right? I'm going to fireball the aberration. See if it works. Come on. Grr! I missed.
All right. So a fireball would normally do half on a miss. However, as your fireball approaches the aberration, you see it fizzle and cease to exist.
Yes, because it's a freaking iron monster thingy.
Can maneuvers be done not on your turn?
Yes.
I cast Healing Shout on Larry. He's down, right, I assume?
Yeah, you can do that.
I cast Healing Shout.
Yep.
That'll give Larry 10 hit points.
Yep.
I still have my movement.
And I
And
step
you have
out
2
trying to
more
get
actions still, Joe.
Huh?
You still have your other action. You only did a fireball and a maneuver.
You are correct.
So, for example, you could strike Varbrak on the head.
Yeah.
bonk.
Yeah, I could
Coming after us.
probably, and it's probably a good idea. And if I miss him, I'll run.
Yep.
Probably did. I only got a freaking 7.
7's a miss.
Yeah, so I figured I'm rolling really crappy. So I'm running.
Don't you have 2
over
attacks with your weapon?
Oh, I forget about that. Yeah. Now it's a 12.
Hit.
All right, and then let's see. It would be the. I guess I could have hit him with the pommel of anything that I have. I didn't say what it was. I'm just going to roll randomly because it was in the heat of the moment.
Mm-hmm.
The silver dueling dagger, bonk him on the head with the pommel.
Yep.
And so, D6 damage. It's not a monster. It's the second round of combat.
It is.
So I don't get my extra die. So I only do 4 points of damage.
4 blunt damage.
Yeah.
I protect from half of it. I'm still up.
Figured. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, I don't get any other. No, I get my combat.
And then you
I don't get my combat bonus on the damage, right?
Nope, just to hit. Unless you have a special
Just to hit.
ability
I have to have.
that says you do.
Yes. Yes.
I'm barely up. Barely alive.
Right. But you will be going before me, so I'm going to take a chance and dash over to. I've seen Dominus, obviously, because he shouted his healing shout.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure. I smile here. If I do see him, I'm going to run over that way.
If you run towards Dominus, that will put you directly under the greater aberration.
Okay, I will not do that.
Okay.
I will just move away from Varbrak.
He could drop a depth charge on you.
Yeah, I'll move away from Varbrak.
All right, move away from Varbrak around the right of the chamber. Sure. Would you like to hug the wall, or would you like to?
Probably going to hug the wall.
Okay. Roll a magic check.
It's magic. 7.
Okay.
I'm firing all my dice.
As you move along the wall, suddenly you lose sight of the chamber as you find yourself in a small, round, small, round cave with no apparent exit, that with very tall ceiling for some reason.
Oh, did I step into that ledge?
No, you actually, by hugging the wall, went through one of the illusory walls
Okay.
in the chamber. And so as soon as you passed, basically by hugging the wall physically, As soon as you pass through it, back, you don't see the others.
Okay,
And you
so
appear to be in a really small chamber. In reality, you're not. You're just in a little divot in the big chamber. You just don't see it.
Okay. All right, so I'll just start doing this with my arms and see what I can figure out with what's around me.
Yep. All right, Larry, you are muted. It is your turn.
So the aberration is not within melee range, correct? You said it was floating
Not
above?
currently. It is 6 spaces away from you.
Okay. I am going to shoot it with my crossbow.
Sure. Would you like to stand up first?
No, I'm going to try to lay down and shoot, trying to go straight up.
Okay.
And there's a reason why. Because I'm going to try to hide afterwards.
Yep.
I rolled a 12 on the first attack.
All right. So is that a critical hit, you mean?
No.
Okay.
No, I rolled a 10 on the dice. Actually, yeah, 10 on the dice. So I got to see if that. So D8. And it is a silver crossbow, so it does 2. So 8 damage. I also, and I don't know if you'll let me use this now. I'm using Cursed Blade, so that would be 8 toxic damage.
Sure, you can do that. Let me quick check the monster's stat block. All right, you've got first blood on it.
And I'm going to attack it a second time. And that one is a crit.
Awesome. So now you've got that penetrating property.
Extra, so is that an extra die?
No, it means that your attack ignores protection,
Ah, okay.
as well as, of course, the total being doubled.
7 and 7 is 14. So that would be 28. And again, toxic damage.
Nice. So you have dealt 36 damage to this monster. Awesome.
And then I'm going to try to use my Shadow Stalker and hide and basically bury myself into the ground.
Hey, don't worry, guys. I got this.
Like roll over,
I got it.
like roll over, and so that.
I assume you're also going to try to like move, as you said,
Yeah,
rolling
I'm gonna
over.
try to crawl towards the edge.
Sure. Roll your stealth.
That would be an 11.
And how ballsy do you want to be with your attempt to hide? I ask because you're close enough to the pit trap, you could try to hide in it.
I don't want to hide in it, but I want to hide next to it.
Okay.
I hold on to the lip.
Yeah, he is close enough. He can try it.
Yeah. Because it could look like you fell in, Lair.
Yeah. All right. So monster is up next.
Shit.
Let's have a look. He, based on his line of sight, Joe, your character hears a voice in his head telling him to kill the orc.
Mm.
You are muted, by the way.
Okay. It's not my turn yet, so I can't really do anything. But
I know, but do you have a compulsion immunity?
I have
or
compulsion
you have a
immunity.
Okay, so the compulsion fails on you. The creature does have line of sight and line of effect to you because it can see through illusions, which is one of the reasons they love illusory walls.
Oh, I was hoping to at least be out of line of sight. Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, you are out of line of sight for Varbrak.
Correct.
I thought they just liked the way that it made the light pass through the room and decorate it.
Mm. For his other choice, he will be using a chromatic ray and will be aiming that back at Dominus.
Can't see me.
So you have a +2. You have a +2 circumstance bonus from your cover to your defense.
Baby. Love it.
He only rolled a 3, so adding his 4, he has a 7 to hit you.
A 7 will not. Ha ha.
So you take half damage.
Poop.
And let me see what type. Looks like it's acid.
That's not good. I hate that.
So half acid is, so he would deal 12, 24, 26 acid. Half would be 13.
Cool.
Never do anything half acid.
That's what I should have said. All right.
He then floats away from you, Randy, over towards where he lost sight of Thogbar, apparently looking for him,
Okay.
and winds up directly over Thogbar's head.
Ooh.
Dominus is up.
Okay, with my Valkyrie, if it's still going, I can fly 8 combat spaces.
Yeah, you can fly just as fast as the monster.
Can I? Damn it! I can't charge him and get to him, can I?
Not that I'm aware of. You can, because he moved 6 spaces away from you in total.
Yeah, he was already 6 before, wasn't he?
And he was 6, so he'd be 12 away from you right now.
And there's no way to charge while flying?
Well, sure. You could use your action to move again.
I'm going... and drinking a potion would take an action, right? Okay. And I can't drink a potion and cast a spell, right?
You can if you have the actions or maneuvers if necessary.
Oh, well, I have neither. So, I will drink a potion, and I will move 8 spaces toward the monster.
Okay. Just flying at him through the air.
Flying at him through the air. Man, I had a good superhero phrase. I hope I can do it this round. I got a superhero saying because I'm feeling like a superhero right now.
All right.
Whoa.
Hey, is counterspell cast as a maneuver?
It is.
Okay.
And Varbrak, it is your turn. You are at top of round.
Varbrak looks for Durkon
Roll
and says,
"Oh, go ahead."
"Where is the elf? I must kill the elf."
Roll a investigate check. You are trying to beat Joe's 7.
I got my fists out in front of me. I'm swinging him. "Where are you, elf?" I rolled a 4 on my investigate.
Joe, you hear him on the other side of the illusion.
Gulp.
Right. And I say nothing. We can talk later.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. He's hunting for you instead of killing you. What do you do?
All right.
You're still hasted, right, Joe?
I'm still hasted, so I get an extra action this round.
You do. And if you were wondering, Joe, most of the things that monster's been doing are spells.
Yes, that's why I do have a counterspell scroll. So I will wait to be able to use that. But let's see. Who was the top of the round? Varbrak?
Yep.
That means if I use a maneuver now, it will not be available to me to use counterspell.
Correct.
When it comes around.
Yep.
So I will be careful of that. I do get 2 actions though. So
You do.
I could shoot that ball of eyes with 4 arrows.
You could, if you want to move out next to Varbrak so that you get line of sight for you.
Okay.
You've got that illusory wall right now that he doesn't know is an illusion. And so he's hunting for you, doesn't realize you're just right next to him. But in order for you to see the monster, you'll have to move through that wall because it appears to be a solid wall, visibly.
Okay. So I know he's looking for me. I know he can't see me.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I can actually do, does it sound like he's nearby?
Yeah, Varbrak is nearby.
Okay. So I'm going to take 1 step out and see where he's at and see if I can just strike him from unawares.
I was asking out loud, "Where are you, elf?"
Yeah. Varbrak is like right next to you when you walk out.
Okay, so does that count as like him not knowing where I was at to maybe?
Yeah, so you would have a +2 circumstance bonus to hit him.
Okay, good. Let me see if I can roll decent on the attack. So for this, I can't be using the bow. So I'll use. He's wounded, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's hurt bad.
And if I roll really good on the damage dice, he's in big trouble. I'll use my war fan.
Well, I
Got it.
can't go below 0.
Right.
Oh, true. Crit.
Oh no!
Bonk.
Yep. Night.
I'm
Night.
yeah. So that's the war fans D. Basically, I'm going to get.
It's a D8. Now you're not. It's not the first round of combat, so it should
No.
be just the D8 unless it's black iron, in which case.
No, it's bronze mercurial enchanted war fan.
Oh, you would have another attack though if you want to like really just finish him off, I guess.
Yeah, you could kill me.
Cut his throat. Yep. How
That's
dare
not-
you fail a save? Nobody in our party fails saves.
Right.
Right now I'm prone.
Yeah.
Most likely.
If I was there, I would stabilize and let him stay unconscious.
So 5 damage.
And that's doubled.
No, 10 damage.
So 10 slashing, Brian.
Well, I only had 2 hit points.
Oh,
Okay.
And you have protection from it, so
still,
I'm
it's
sure.
5. He's down.
Yep.
it's down to 5.
Yep.
Good.
All right.
Good.
Shoot
And
that
then Joe, you still have another action.
Okay. He told me to kill the orc, right?
Correct.
Okay. So he may still think I'm under his control.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be, myrtleized myself. So,
Right.
and how far away is the ball of ocular supremacy?
Yes. The ball of ocular supremacy is currently
go.
over Larry, and so he would be. Let me quick check my map of the chamber. He would be about 12 spaces away from you currently.
All right. So either spell or move and then get a bow because I'm out of short bow range.
That's what we're going to call our trademark
Correct.
creature, Joe, in Mud Sword. The ball of ocular supremacy.
Yeah.
So he's out of my short bow's range, correct? And
No, he's in range.
he's in range. All right. So I'm just going to shoot him from here.
Yep. And then I assume you'll want to move towards him so that you're in range for counterspelling just in case.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so you'll be a target instead of just me? Yes, that'd be great.
I mean, my character only has 2 hit points.
Dude, I got you, man.
It's contagious.
Well,
I got 3.
you're not going to have me until he's gone again. Okay. Actually, I'm going to walk toward him with the bow, and I'm going to be walking like this. And then I'm going to spot Dominus
Yep.
and walk toward Dominus with my bow out like this,
Yep.
but not attack yet. Because
Okay.
I don't have orders.
Got
I'm just,
Got it. Okay. Interesting.
Good move. Kick
Yeah.
that dude.
Roll a deception.
+2.
Deceive that ocular dude.
12 altogether.
Nice. And a +2 circumstance bonus because you are actually doing the thing you would expect.
Right.
So yeah, you've got him fooled for the moment. Larry.
Since he is right above me, how close is he as far as me meleeing him?
He was 4 spaces floating above the ground.
Okay, so I still can't. Hit him.
Not unless you were to jump or climb up on a ledge or move in some way that doesn't involve laying on the floor.
No, I don't. I think my best bet is to shoot him again and then try to hide and crawl away again.
I see.
Does a 10 hit him?
It does.
Excellent. 8 damage, and again, it's Toxic.
Okay.
Because I'm going to use my first blade until I don't have to anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And does another 10 hit him?
It does.
Oh! That was 16 damage. I'm maxed out on damage.
Nice. That puts you at an even 60 damage dealt.
And I again try to shadow stalk and hide.
You know that you have absolutely no chance of hiding unless you move
That's
substantially.
okay. I rolled a 2 on the dice, so even if I try to,
He's right above you in a flat area.
I was hoping he was looking somewhere else and didn't see where those arrows came from.
So he's pulling the John Cena. You can't see me. Yes, I can.
Yeah. So he's gonna respond with a bite attack on you,
Ooh.
which is a crit,
Uh-oh.
and then another bite for a total of a 12 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
So
Chomp, chomp.
the crit was 28 that ignores protection.
28. I just stopped moving.
Yeah, you are crunched. The creature then moves so that he's got an angle from Dominus to Durkon and attempts to do a chromatic ray to shoot you both. Are there any maneuvers you would like to perform at this time?
Yes. But I don't have any, but I would like to perform some. I got nothing.
I don't believe I have one that makes any difference.
Oh, he didn't believe your deception? Dang.
No, he probably just thinks he's going to kill me. It doesn't matter.
It does.
Oh,
He's
fair
planning to
enough.
kill you both.
We're the last two,
No,
yeah.
Counterspell would be the ability you could use, for example.
Oh, yeah, counterspell. That's right. I was thinking dodging. But yeah, counterspell. I'll do that.
Okay. The creature, you see him grin slightly as you counterspell, as he responds to your counterspell with his own maneuver, which is counterspell.
He's going to
that's
counter the
mean.
counter.
He's like, I like you. Counterspell.
Who
So
can play
we
that
just
game?
wasted my maneuver, essentially.
Yeah, it probably isn't a big surprise to you, though, given
No.
the creature that we are spoofing slightly.
So, guys, we should have run.
I mean, you guys, Larry has a surprising amount of damage on the monster, actually.
I'm taking him down, Joe. You can run if you want to.
That is a total of a 14 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
And the damage is...
Oh, lightning?
Yeah.
Oh, I got lightning protection.
So I don't know that you'll live from that. But
I only have 2 hit points.
You got almost 2? Yeah, no, you're not going to live through that. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 lightning. If it hits, which was a 14 to hit total.
Yeah, it hits me. Oh, is that he hitting me with a different one?
No. So it was a single attack for both against both
Yeah.
of you for a 14 to hit.
I'm alive.
17 lightning damage.
I'm alive.
I'm down.
Yep.
I'm alive, baby. Oh, yeah.
And Dominus, it is your turn. You better do something. You've got
8.
2.
I'm 8
Yeah.
space. I can get him, right?
Oh, you
I'm
can get
charging
it. It's
with
real
my
close to you now.
I'm sick.
But I'm just going to mention you got 2 allies bleeding out and another one mind controlled. You are alone.
Who's mind controlled?
Varbrak.
Barbara.
He's down though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got 3 of us down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm charging him with my great mace.
Okay, man.
I'm trying to kill this guy. It is
see,
silver.
We'll see if we get a TPK, everybody.
It is silver. It is a silver mace,
Yep.
so it does the
Extra
double damage. Yep.
Absolutely.
And I've got to roll. Oh, sorry, I got to do this here. All right. So a 6 and an 11.
Yeah.
They both hit.
The 11 will hit.
Okay. Then he will take 20 damage.
Sweet. You guys have dealt 80 to him so far.
And I have no maneuvers. That's awesome. Nobody's moving in the party, right? They're all unconscious.
They are all bleeding out currently.
Okay.
Now, I have a perhaps obvious question, Dominus.
Mm-hmm.
What were your, and maybe it's not, what were your perks? You get those every even numbered level as character.
I increased riding once. That's all I got. I'm 3rd level, so
Your 3rd level.
I only got 1 perk. And then I took, what else did I take? 2 features. I got Valkyrie and something else. I don't know. I may have missed out on one of my features.
Well,
I'm not sure.
I hope not.
No, I don't think so. I think I'm okay. I'm good. Yeah.
All right, man. So it is the.
I attacked him because I assume he looks hurt.
He looks
60 points.
quite badly hurt. You guys have
Yeah,
done 80 damage to him.
Yep.
So,
Not
far
hurt
back, roll to bleed out.
All right. 1.
Okay,
Oh no.
Joe, what's Durkon got?
What am I rolling?
D4.
All right. Everybody's favorite die. 2.
2. Looks like Larry's Thogbar's got 3. The monster is going to go. Randy, what's your defense?
8.
Do you have any magical protections I should know about?
That would be a big fat no.
What gear do you have?
I've got a silver. You forget, dude. I had a lot of my stuff just got lost with the Trakaran thing. I have
That's true.
a silver great club. That is it. I
Okay.
don't have any other magical goodies.
I
All right,
thought
man.
you had the Stone Death leathers too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah,
I might, but I'm not. I'm wearing brigandine.
Well,
No,
that's
you had
That's
you would have
close.
gotten those Stone Death leathers.
and those are that's clothing.
Oh, okay. Then I have those. Yes.
It means you're immune to petrification.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is a big deal for like basilisks and stuff.
Hopefully, this guy will roll petrification as I have death.
This is not that monster. All right, Randy. He is attempting to bite you.
Ah.
You are a solo target. So I got a 9 to hit you.
That's a hit.
I got a 8 to hit you.
Yep. I'm down.
9 to hit you.
He bites 3
It's
times.
incredible.
Wow.
He's got 2 actions around. He's a boss monster.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
very dangerous.
Gotcha.
All right.
I'm down. There's no way
He's,
I'm not dead.
he's chomping down on you. What is your hit points?
2.
Oh yeah, you're down.
Yeah.
You can't possibly not put you
Right,
down. You
exactly.
only rolled once.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you all for playing. Your characters died horribly.
We made it to the tender level of 3.
You
Mhm.
have. You have made it to the tender level of 3.
Oh
And
man.
for our audience, this is why you shouldn't miss a session. It
I've-
was full. They died.
Well, I have a question. Had I flown to Varbrak, would he have still been? You refer to him as he was controlled. If I'd have woken back up, would he still been controlled?
One of your healing abilities actually removes compulsion.
Are you sure about that?
Healing touch.
Hmm.
Well, healing touch.
So yeah, if you had done healing touch,
I didn't even think
you
of that.
could have swapped him back to your side and given him
Yep.
20 health.
It'd been too long for my character. Yeah, that's my bad, guys. Sorry.
That'll happen.
Mhm.
That'll happen. So,
Yeah.
for our next session,
Mhm.
you guys have some new characters to make, or a junior to write next to your character name, as the case may be,
Yeah.
to join Tim on the glorious quest to avenge yourselves.
Yeah. At the tender level of 1.
No, you'd only lose your current XP if you have floating XP.
If I have none, I stay 3.
If you have none,
I'm exactly 3rd level enough to get exactly 3rd level.
yeah, if you've got none, you can stick at 3. Now, if you get those characters killed, then you'd be dropping a level.
Oh, so if we make a brand new character, it's going to be 3rd level?
Currently, yes.
Oh,
Mostly because of your surviving friend, because Tim is not dead.
Oh, I see. Okay. Cool.
all right.
so-
Well, I'll have one ready.
All right, so TikTok will be leading the vengeance mission to
Vengeance.
recover your corpses. and probably the plan will be to go straight after this boss monster. Actually, so make good characters appropriately. Larry, good job. You single-handedly took out a third or more of the monster's total health with only your attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, so he still had 2/3 left?
No,
Okay. Because I was like, man, I thought it was a lot closer.
but,
Oh, well.
but Larry did 60. The monster has either 120 or 180.
Whoa.
Well, we're gonna need a way to reach the monster because it can fly around.
Yes, and its lair is chock full of pit traps. I didn't do that in. I did roll, but I didn't do it in front of you. He has a D6 pit traps protected by illusory walls
Mm,
and a
Yeah.
teleportation trap in his lair, and I rolled max.
gotcha.
So we're gonna need some kind of ranged attacks to hit him with.
Oh, we all of us. I had good ranged attacks. I did a lot of missing today.
I thought about Sunburst because I could blind him. If I had blinded him, would he not been able to use his magic?
If you had blinded him, he'd be rolling 2 attacks and taking the lower.
Oh, man. But I had to roll crit, so it's not like I
That's
could
true.
guarantee.
But unlike Joe's magic flare, your supernatural ability would apply normally. He had no immunity to supernatural.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a thing, or I would have been. I just assumed I had no chance either.
No,
Okay.
only magic. Supernatural totally works on it. There's a monster or two where that's reversed also.
Yeah. So magic and supernatural are delineated as separate sorts of.
They are.
Okay, I got to remember that.
I think there's only one monster, maybe 2 in advanced total, that are actually immune to magic. Like magic is really good. This just happens to be the one that I can think of. There might be one more.
Just a warning, guys. I may play Dominus the second.
That's totally fine.
I may do that.
Dominus Jr., son of Dominus.
Yep.
That's totally fine. Now, you would be beginning with starting equipment.
Yep.
With a new character, but you would have the capacity to recover your gear from this monster potentially, should you succeed in your vengeance mission.
Gotcha.
Alrighty then.
What are you guys going to play?
Huh?
I was going to ask the other guys what they thought they would play.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear that too.
Well, I might just go full wizard
Wizard.
because my character was kind of split because I wasn't sure about the rest. But if we have a couple of beefy characters, having another melee guy is just not worth it. So, or it's less worth it. So I'm sneaky, you're sneaky too. Let's go full magic or something like that.
You think in blue so you can fly?
I'm not sure, but that's a good way to go. You'll be the purple wizard.
Yeah.
You could put the pillars between you and the creature when you're not in line of sight of him.
Well, it works until he moves.
That actually helped Dominus survive a blast.
Yeah.
I was really planning. I wanted to charge him from surprise and then hit him when he turned around in the eye. But yeah, I wish I'd remembered that. I'm sorry, Brian. I should have remembered that compulsion thing. That was bad.
Oh, it's okay.
Man.
It could have gone very differently, but that's okay. That's. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I actually really, as a player, enjoy the challenge of deadly monsters.
Oh, me too. I love it.
Yeah.
So
There's
had
no
I
point in
moved
just
him,
hitting a bunch of wuss bags.
if I hit him with healing touch, and that got rid of the compulsion, but he could do it again though, right? He could dominate.
Yeah,
somebody.
he could do that once per round.
Oh balls.
It doesn't mean that we would have won though,
Right, I know.
because he was hitting us with like 2 attacks with lots of dice,
Lots of damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
and
We might have gone
hitting
down.
us, hitting multiple people at once.
I mean,
Yeah.
I had 2 hit points. So if I had fled and healed you to 20, he would have knocked me down with whatever he decided to do at range.
So the main advantage that Dominus had, which was given up when you used Healing Shout, that revealed that you were there, was that he didn't know where you were.
Yep.
Or that you were present.
Part of it was I thought everybody was going to be. I thought everybody was down, and I got to get somebody up.
Oh yeah, totally,
So-
totally.
Or Joe was hiding, and everybody else
But
was down.
if, for example, that round you had instead
Mm-hmm.
moved to the next pillar
Yeah.
and hid,
Yeah.
and then the following round moved out, healing shouted one of them, and then healing touched another,
Yeah, that could have been good.
that maybe would have changed the result.
Might have helped. Yep.
Yeah. But that's the only thing I can think of that is something on the player-controlled end, not just the dice.
But I would have had to waited for Joe to take Varbrek down.
Yeah, you would have.
That's the tricky part. But
Yeah,
I didn't know Joe was hurt that bad. I could have also healing potion Joe after he took Varbrek down.
true.
That would
True.
have been good.
The other thing, I suppose, but you weren't in range at the time, would have been if Joe had been able to haste either you or Larry. You for the healing or hit point
Yeah.
recovery,
Yeah.
or Larry for the ridiculous damage output.
What if I went down and then I got a potion from Dominus? Would I still be dominated by the Beholder?
You would be you would be still dominated by the greater aberration for the duration of its ability, unless you had died or unless compulsion was removed.
Oh, okay.
Which can be done a couple of ways. A disenchant can also remove compulsion. So a high-level gray wizard or someone with one of those scrolls could also get rid of your compulsion.
So the logic is TikTok's going to go back with the stuff, try to find people specifically to kill this orb thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
TikTok launches a revenge mission, and then your characters would be signing up to participate in it.
And you guys didn't know that orb thing was down there. This was a brand new beast, right?
Oh yeah, there's nothing. We didn't run. We ran into orcs
Okay.
and a basilisk, or were there more than one?
I think there were two.
Two? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
That was.
But this is the other boss monster of this level of the dungeon. And
Tough
so
hombre.
if you do defeat it, just goofy amount of treasure.
Cool.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
All right.
Try it again.
Well, good playing with all of you. And does
Yeah.
anyone have any questions for your new character?
I
No,
do
have
think
to
I'm going
figure out some way to be a relative of Thogbar that, remarkably, Thogbar not an idiot completely. I actually sent a letter to one of his relatives and let him know about Jenny the wench.
Uh-huh.
I
Well,
may have to make the same deal with her.
well, that, or you should play one of Jenny's relatives.
Oh,
That's an idea.
yeah.
Could be an orc in-law.
How about you, Brian? Do you have an idea what you might play?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I will probably roll for it and see what I get. And then
Maybe
decide.
I'll also play a double wizard, and we'll just blast this thing to death with magic.
That's not
Maybe
a great.
not this thing. It's immune to magic, as you know.
Yeah.
So if I make a wizard, I'm going to have some support abilities.
Right,
Use those against the guy, not
Mhm.
right,
direct damage, because that's not a good strategy.
right. Fly, haste, these sorts of things. But also, don't ignore what's it called, Brian? Do you remember? It's like an elemental channeling ability. It's a feature.
The one for your weapon.
Yeah,
Elemental
Oh,
blade.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
elemental blade. You should definitely pick that for your wizard because that elemental damage is not itself magic.
Right.
It's
So
a
Okay.
you
feature.
can hit him with fire arrows from a range, and
Yep,
he can't protect or he's not immune to that.
correct.
Hmm.
Well, that sounds interesting. Yeah.
So I would definitely encourage you to look at that if you're going to go wizard. Also, obviously, you can channel that element then through your staff.
Right.
That's really
Yeah.
powerful.
Dominus the second is going to be exactly the same, dude.
Dominus 2 is going to be the same. Are you sure you don't want to go more? Just a thought. Are you sure you don't want to do Crusader Priest?
That is tempting, but I want to play the. I like all the healing that I have. I just got to learn to use it better.
You could,
Well-
but you could play more of your style where you want to hit somebody with your
That's
mace.
true. The Crusader might be. He could be from Dominus's original church instead of his brother, maybe he's a cousin, has the last name, and he'll be somebody very similar. Maybe I will do the Crusader. That could be kind of cool.
You also get that cool Crusader ability that allows you to absorb the first attack that attacks you.
Yes.
Yep.
I almost isn't there one of those features you can get something like that?
Yeah, but also you've got a suggestion if you want to play dedicated healer from
Yeah,
our
J and
audience.
S. I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny, that 5 there is suggesting that you play a Warlord Priest because
I thought it was J and S.
Yeah.
Johnny 5, like
Johnny
remember
5.
Short Circuit, the movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for the suggestion.
Because the Warlord is a multi-target heal with his rallying cry.
Okay. I may do that.
That's really efficient.
Yeah.
Okay. Good idea.
Also, you can yell at people to get them to attack.
Yes.
Yeah. That'd be a good one for you, Dominus, the second.
I'll do one of those, either Warlord or Crusader Priest. That sounds. See if I can, because I do like the idea of being able to fight a little bit. I've been trying to make Dominus that way, but he really kind of sucks. So.
Well, either of those will get you in heavy armor also.
Yes, which is good.
Which I think will help because you might have lived through that thing's bites if you had not had such a low defense.
Right.
Okay, and just remember, guys, there's lots of assassination weapons in this treasure, but most of it survives.
Oh yeah.
And some really good stuff. I never really got a chance to be effective with it. The Bronze Mercurial Enchanted War Fan.
That's a really good weapon.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And
Greater Aberration
for legal reasons. That is correct.
has a lot of treasure. I hear magic artifacts.
Yeah, on top of what we just dumped in its treasure hoard.
Oh yeah,
that's what I mean. What we just dumped in there.
Yeah, what you just dumped in there.
The boss, BOS, Ball of Ocular Supremacy.
Yes. Plus, if you manage to defeat it and loot its lair, in addition to what you've lost, if the vengeance mission is successful, there's also the double treasure roll for beating a boss monster in a mega dungeon.
Oh.
And so you guys could potentially get quite a lot of things. We'll see how the rolls go. I hope you do. I think that will be pretty fun. Also, I really hope that you take some time to let TikTok know how much he was missed.
I just texted him. I said we got TPK. Next session is Revenge of TikTok.
We might in real life be revenge on TikTok's player.
Well, if you'd had a better priest, you might have done all right. But I don't know. I think the best I could have done was delayed the inevitable.
We were all very low hit points.
Yeah.
So.
I think if Brian had made the save, you probably would have won the fight.
We could have got some more attacks on it.
Yeah, that would have helped a lot. Did Brian? Did Verbrack have range attacks?
Yeah, he has a short silver bow, but he didn't get a chance to use it. He got hit in the first round of combat. I cut myself loose from the rope, and then that was the end of my turn.
Yeah, and that cone of cold or whatever he hit us with was not good.
No, because we were kind of bunched up. So
24 damage helped.
Yeah, number one tactic is spread out.
Yeah, against this guy, yeah.
Yeah, can't be close.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that was cool.
Yeah, we tried to give you a variety of monsters to fight, and this guy, he definitely punishes you for clumping up. Whereas, go ahead. I was going to say, whereas like the goblins, not so much. They kind of reward you for fighting in a group.
I might play an assassin knight.
Ooh,
a knightly assassin.
That'd be good. Block incoming blows and give them a surprise stabbing.
And block an adjacent ally.
Yeah. You can cover people too. Yeah, that'd be really good. So do give me a text or you all have my number. give me a text or a message over Gilded or something. Let me know what you're thinking. If you have any questions, the new characters. I will assume that TikTok, unless I hear otherwise from Tim, will authorize each of his new revenge people to spend 50 crowns of the party wealth that is now effectively Tim's.
There's Tim right there.
There
He
he is.
showed up, dude.
Tim, I think they would have won if you were there. As it is,
Totally
it's
Tim's
the
fault.
vengeance mission.
Completely Tim's fault.
Oh well.
So we're not starting with any silver or black, any weapons like that, correct?
No, but you would have 50 crowns each that you can spend on that
Okay.
from TikTok, unless I hear otherwise from Tim.
He said yes, we could spend it.
So that'll let you get one of the bigger, like D12 weapons of a special material, or a couple of the D10 weapons special material.
Okay.
Oh, crap, his computer actually melted the
Oh,
other night.
man.
So what
you
money are we
repeat that
going to
again.
spend?
We can afford a weapon of crafted material, either two-handed, one-handed, two.
Yeah.
two
So the
one-handed?
D12 weapons are typically 50 marks, or for a special one, that's 50 crowns, because it's 10 times.
Yep.
And the D10s are typically 25 marks. So a special material would be 25 crowns. So you each have 50 crowns to spend to purchase those kinds of weapons or an extra healing potion or whatever.
Okay.
And that comes from where? Just what we are
That
starting
comes
with?
from TikTok spending some of the party money that he has suddenly inherited.
Oh, gotcha.
All of our gold that was sitting at his house or at
Yeah.
at Thogbar's house.
Yeah.
Yep. TikTok is using to hire a revenge party.
Okay.
He's ordering delivery food from now on. He's got all that money on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That'll be good. Now, we do have to pick a date for that game. Anything in particular stand out to you guys as bad in the next few weeks?
Yeah. Next week's out for me. I'll be gone.
I'm pulling up my calendar now, but if any other... Tim's like, or I could retire.
That's true. Character retirement. But we need you, Tim, because there's a lot of treasure back there.
There is.
There's a whole party worth of treasure.
August 2nd. Is that a good day for people on a Friday?
That looks good for me.
I think I can do that the morning after I'm flying out for a wedding, or not flying,
Oh,
but driving
Okay.
somewhere to get to a wedding. But I think I can play that evening. I think
I
so.
could do the 9th too, or the 6th. I mean, I'm just looking at Fridays. I don't know what. we're
Yeah.
gonna do.
What do you guys
2nd.
think?
August 2nd?
It's good for me if it's good for you.
Yeah. Good for me.
Yep.
Okay, I'm adding that to the calendar. Get that switched over to green. Get our start time on there. All right, so for anyone interested in following the continued saga, we are looking at August 2nd at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. And if you guys can, yep, I see that, Tim. And if you guys can, make sure to sign up on Gilded, just so I have an idea of who's able to make it. And so that if I don't see you on there, I will assume there's a problem.
Okay. I'm in, like Flynn.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us, and thank you guys for playing. Hopefully you had fun. You took out more than half of the monster's hit points,
Probably got smoked.
but you got smoked.
We
That's
did.
life.
And
All right.
I look
Yeah,
forward to
banged up a little bit.
It was a learning experience. We'll come back stronger next time.
I think so. And I've got my dungeon map over here. Now, I try to be really minimalist with these kinds of things. So for those watching, I don't know if the camera will focus or not, but it's very small.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
I mean, yeah, it's big in relationship to our characters. It's a decent sized chamber.
Yeah. Yeah, the chamber is quite large, but the map itself is just on a little notepad.
Yeah, that's all you need. All right. Well,
All right.
I guess we can head on out, and we'll have an early night. I'll be able to actually take my dogs out before they try to pee on the floor.
Yeah, thanks, Todd. That was fun, buddy. Even though we got killed, it was fun.
All
That
right.
was fun.
Good play.
It was lots of fun. Yeah.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night,
Good night.
everybody.